When people think of Europe, destinations like Italy, France, or Greece usually come to mind. But hidden in the heart of the Balkans is a country that many travelers have never visited. Yet those who do often leave wondering why it isn't one of Europe's most famous destinations. Welcome to North Macedonia, a small landlocked country filled with dramatic mountains, ancient history, crystal clear lakes, and centuries-old traditions. It's a place where Roman roads, Byzantine churches, Ottoman architecture, and modern Balkan culture all come together in one remarkable landscape. Although North Macedonia covers just over 25,000 square kilometers, its location has made it an important crossroads for civilizations for thousands of years. Throughout history, armies, merchants, and empires have all passed through this region, leaving behind a fascinating mix of cultures that still shapes the country today. North Macedonia is surrounded by 5 different neighbors. To the north lies Serbia, to the east is Bulgaria. Greece borders the country to the south, while Albania stretches along much of its western frontier. In the northwest, North Macedonia also shares a border with Kosovo. This unique position makes the country one of the cultural crossroads of the Balkans, where Eastern and Western traditions meet in everyday life. But among all the places worth visiting here, one destination stands above the rest: the city of Ohrid. Located in the southwestern corner of North Macedonia, Ohrid sits peacefully on the shores of one of Europe's most extraordinary lakes. Although only around 40,000 people live here, the city attracts visitors from all over the world, and for good reason. Ohrid isn't simply another beautiful lakeside town. It is considered one of the oldest continuously inhabited settlements in Europe. People have lived here for more than 2,000 years. Ancient Macedonians, Romans, Byzantines, Bulgarians, Serbs, and Ottomans have all ruled this city at different points in history. Every civilization added something new, creating the unique atmosphere that visitors experience today. Walking through Ohrid feels like traveling through time. Narrow stone streets wind between traditional houses with wooden balconies. Ancient churches stand only a few steps away from lively cafes. Hidden courtyards open unexpectedly behind old stone walls, while colorful flowers decorate nearly every corner of the old town. Unlike many famous European cities crowded with tourists, Ohrid still feels authentic. Life moves at a slower pace here. People gather in cafes for long conversations over coffee. Fishermen prepare their boats early in the morning. Families stroll along the waterfront in the evening, while the gentle sound of waves fills the air. It's this relaxed atmosphere that makes Ohrid feel so different from many popular tourist destinations. But the city's greatest treasure lies just beside it. Lake Ohrid. At first glance, it looks like an enormous blue sea surrounded by mountains. The water is incredibly clear, reflecting the sky like a mirror. During calm weather, you can often see deep beneath the surface, something that surprises nearly every first-time visitor. Yet what makes this lake truly special isn't only its beauty, it's its age. Scientists estimate that Lake Ohrid is between 2 and 3 million years old, making it one of the oldest lakes on Earth. To put that into perspective, most European lakes were formed after the last ice age, roughly 10 to 20,000 years ago. Lake Ohrid has existed for millions of years longer. During that immense span of time, countless species evolved here in complete isolation. As a result, the lake is home to more than 200 endemic species, plants and animals found nowhere else on the planet. It is, quite literally, a living museum of evolution. The lake is also remarkably deep. Its deepest point reaches nearly 300 meters, while its clean, mountain-fed waters remain among the clearest in Europe. Another fascinating fact is that Lake Ohrid belongs to two different countries. Most visitors explore the Macedonian side, where the city of Ohrid is located. But if you look across the water toward the western horizon, you're actually looking at Albania. The international border runs directly through the middle of the lake. On clear days, the Albanian mountains create a spectacular backdrop, giving the impression that another world begins just beyond the water. Many travelers even visit both countries during the same trip. In the morning, they explore the ancient churches and cobbled streets of Ohrid in North Macedonia. By afternoon, they can drive across the nearby border crossing and continue their journey along the Albanian shoreline. Few places in Europe allow you to experience two cultures separated only by the calm waters of a single lake. This extraordinary combination of natural beauty and cultural heritage has earned Ohrid international recognition. Both the city and Lake Ohrid are protected as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. What's particularly remarkable is that they were recognized for two different reasons. The ancient city was listed because of its incredible historical and cultural importance. The lake was listed because of its unique natural ecosystem and exceptional biodiversity. Only a handful of places in the world enjoy this rare distinction. And that's exactly what makes Ohrid so special. It isn't simply a beautiful destination. It's a place where nature and history have evolved together for thousands, and in the case of the lake, even millions of years. As you wander through its quiet streets or stand on the lake shore, watching the sun disappear behind the mountains of Albania, it's easy to understand why so many people consider Ohrid not only the heart of North Macedonia, but one of the hidden gems of Europe. And this is only the beginning of its story. One of the best ways to experience North Macedonia isn't through museums or landmarks. It's through its food. Macedonian cuisine is a delicious mix of Balkan, Mediterranean, and Ottoman influences. Meals are simple, fresh, and full of flavor. You'll find grilled meats, homemade bread, roasted vegetables, creamy white cheese, stuffed peppers, and colorful salads on almost every table. One dish you'll see everywhere is shopska salad, a refreshing combination of tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, and peppers, topped with a generous layer of grated white cheese. It's simple but incredibly satisfying, especially during the hot summer months. Another local favorite is tavche gravci, a traditional baked bean dish that's considered by many to be North Macedonia's national meal. It may sound humble, but don't let that fool you. It's packed with flavor. If you're a meat lover, you're in the right place. Grilled kebabs, sausages, and slow-cooked meats are a huge part of the local cuisine, often served with freshly baked bread and spicy pepper relish known as ajvar. And of course, no visit to Ohrid would be complete without trying fresh fish from the lake. The famous Ohrid trout has been a local delicacy for centuries, although today its fishing is carefully regulated to protect the lake's unique ecosystem. But food is only part of the experience. Life in Ohrid moves differently. Nobody seems to be in a hurry. People spend hours sitting at cafes by the waterfront, chatting with friends over coffee. Families gather in the evenings to walk along the promenade. Children play by the shore while small boats gently rock on the crystal clear water. As the sun begins to set, the atmosphere changes once again. The mountains slowly turn into dark silhouettes. The lake becomes perfectly still. Street musicians fill the air with music. Restaurants light their terraces with warm lights. And suddenly the whole city feels magical. It's easy to understand why so many visitors arrive planning to stay for just a day or two and end up staying much longer. Perhaps that's because Ohrid offers something that's becoming increasingly rare. It isn't trying to entertain you every second. It doesn't need giant amusement parks or luxury resorts. Instead, it offers something much more valuable: peace, authenticity, and time. Time to wander without a plan. Time to sit by the lake without looking at your phone. Time to enjoy a slow dinner while watching the last rays of sunlight disappear behind the mountains of Albania. North Macedonia may not be the first country that comes to mind when planning a European vacation. But maybe that's exactly why it's worth visiting. Because sometimes the best destinations are the ones you never expected. The ones that surprise you. The ones that leave you with stories instead of souvenirs. Ohrid is one of those places. A city where ancient history meets breathtaking nature. Where one of the oldest lakes on Earth reflects centuries of human civilization. And where every sunrise, every sunset, and every quiet walk along the waterfront reminds you that some of Europe's greatest treasures are still waiting to be discovered. So, if you're looking for a destination that's beautiful, authentic, and unlike anywhere else on the continent, Ohrid might just be your next adventure. And that's a wrap on our journey through North Macedonia. We hope you enjoyed exploring this beautiful country with us. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next adventure. We've got many more amazing destinations and travel stories coming your way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Safe travels.